Yo, everybody, and welcome to episode 10, season 2 of Sons of Anarchy. We've only got 3 episodes left after this one. After this one goes up, we've only got 3 episodes left the um of the season, pretty much. I don't know what else more to say than what happened last episode. Clay and Jax are still going head to head, still battling it out. But we're getting close to the end of the season, so their beef should near enough be finished. From what you could what you would assume if you haven't seen it before. Considering they don't even know about the attack yet on Gemma, and there's obviously still going to have to be retaliation for that. Because who wouldn't react and retaliate if like your own mother got attacked in that way? Who wouldn't retaliate? So there's still got to be some sort of retaliation. Whether Gemma's going to have to tell them, isn't she? In a way, maybe as unfortunate as it is, and she wouldn't want to use it to unify them together, but maybe that's what they need. Maybe Gemma telling the club is what unifies them together. Maybe. Or that's what she hopes. It unifies CMC. Because they are even more broken at the moment, considering Jax and Clay are going head to head. I don't know what else more to say rather than they got to work it out. As we're getting near enough to the end of the season, it's got to be coming soon. But overall, it's been a really good season so far. I've enjoyed recording it, editing it. This season, I can tell the difference between how hard and extra mile I've worked to get this out and make it look amazing, fantastic, best to the standards of my ability compared to season 1. I'm not saying season 1 was bad at all. There's some good episodes where I rewatched, or I had some Instagram DMs saying that that particular episode could have been recorded or edited a little bit better, which I agree. I can take criticism. Some of the episodes on season 1, it could have been done better. Some of you may feel like I did rush season 1 a bit, which was the case. I was really excited to get it out. It was a new thing, so maybe I did rush it a bit, but nevertheless, it's still watchable. But there's no point redoing season 1 if season 2 is already gone out, is it? So I am from this point on, I'm working extra hard and putting in the extra time and miles to make sure they're top notch 100%. If they're not up to good, decent standards anymore, I'm not going to upload it. That's just the way it is. But yeah, season 2, I can tell the difference compared to season 1 a lot. The way season 3, season 4, season 5, season 6, season 7 is going to be exactly the same as how I've recorded season 2. As I've got a fair use counter, there's only so much footage I can actually pull and use. I can't actually pull the whole thing, obviously, as I've told you all before. There is a limit on how much I can pull. Roughly, it is about 15-20 minutes of an actual episode is the max I can actually take from all clips. Considering an episode is like 40-50 minutes long, the max I can actually take is 15-20 minutes max. If I take any more than that, it's pretty much pulling the whole thing, and I can't do that. So I've got to transfer them into my own work. So to be able to do that, I can only take 15 to 20 minutes, and then I've got to add my own little, obviously because I'm reacting to it, I've got to add my own points of view on what I feel is happening, what the story is like, and what you guys probably are thinking at that point. So that's all that is, really. I wish there was no fair use counter and I could just pull as much as I could, but I don't think you guys want to be sitting here for 50 minutes an hour watching it. So it is kind of a good thing in a way that there is a counter, fair use counter to watch out for, because then I'm only pulling the important, crucial parts that I actually need, so you get the gist of the storyline and have a bit of a laugh. And then if you want to watch the full thing, you can go in your own time and watch the full lengths. There's no problem with that. But since I have been doing these reactions, all analytics and all statistics have gone up. So I just want to say a massive thank you. I didn't think doing reaction videos would actually spike up my channel in a way. I don't know if gaming's going a bit dry or what. If it was Ark, maybe. That's what I was doing it with Ark. I don't know if that was a bit going just nowhere. The thing is with Ark, it's dead now. No one literally plays it, no one watches it, and the few people left on Ark, they're just a few series of things really. but Ark's not really a name for itself anymore. It is completely dead. So I just wasn't getting the watch time at all from Ark, which is understandable now. Reactions, I think it all depends on the trend and what you're doing. I know this is quite an old series, but it's still enjoyable, still popular. People still love it. So it's still got that trend. With other games, Apex, that's fairly newish. It's newer than Ark. So that's still got at least a couple years left. But I don't want to be talking too much yet. I am going to pretty much wrap up in a minute so we can get into episode 10. But it does all depend on the trend and what I'm doing. But I just wanted to let you guys know, thank you for all the recent support, because since I've been doing these reactions, analytics and everything has been going up, and more than I can imagine. And we are constantly succeeding. It never constantly feels like I get a break, really, to be honest. I constantly feel tired, exhausted. Never actually had, since a few months ago, had a good break. It's been a while since I've actually sat down and just taken a breather. But it's all good. I don't mind working extra hard. With 2 jobs, 2 places, there's not a lot that I can do to have time to myself. It just is what it is. Other than that, I don't want to waste any more time. I've probably been talking about 8 minutes already. Probably boring the hell out of you. So let's just get on with this video. And it's the 10th episode of the 2nd season. And thank you all for the continuous support. I do appreciate it, and I love you all. I'll see you all throughout this video.
Oh my God.
Promise me you won't tell anyone.
We've got to tell Clay.
Not Clay, but Jax. No one.
Shit! What the hell is you doing here?
We were worried.
You alone?
Doesn't matter. Came to see you. I'm not after Sam Crow. I want Cameron Hayes' true IRA contacts.
This is in one of his boxes. He wrote it all down. John is speaking to him from the goddamn grave.
Clay tried to kill my son. Slaughtered his wife by mistake. Depending on you to make that right.
Right now, it's about protecting Hope. When you tell me how I get right, with your little trigger boy blowing an innocent woman's head off.
If you mention Donna or the incident again, I'll kill you.
Getting into porn was a bad call.
We need Cara.
Sam Crow deals guns. You tied us to prostitution. You got one of our members' old lady killed.
You are really gonna lay the guilt of a dead wife on me.
You remember that promise I made? Do you want recompense against Sam Crow? Yeah, I want to hurt him.
Sing cook all night before the flames are fizzled.
Does it all!
This was Clay. I'm going nomad.
I didn't strike the goddamn match.
Maybe that's a case you make to Jax.
If he really believes that I would burn down Cara, I got no reason to keep him around.
So, making sure you're not dead.
Well, am I?
You smell like shit. It's the last time you took a shower.
You come all the way up here to give me hygiene tips, did you?
If I don't get away from Clay now, one of us is gonna end up dead.
And we both know who that should be. Don't we?
So Jax didn't want it to come from anyone else. He wanted it to come from himself. So he actually went to Piney's, and he actually told Piney that he is requesting for a transfer to Nomad. So he didn't want it to come from anyone else.
Can't wrap my head around it either, brother.
You called me on it months ago, man. When it comes to Clay, I'm not sure anything I do is for the good of the club.
He's your father, Jax.
My father died on 580, 16 years ago.
You're on your own. In the eye.
I got Quinn's letter of acceptance.
Not now, bro.
Jackie boy, Elvis!
Put it on. Clearly, there's been some brain damage.
See you later.
Trouble down below?
I don't know.
swelling's getting worse.
Well, I got a perfect cure for that. Let's go to the Cara, give ourselves a couple of lovelies each.
Our house burned down, man.
When? How?
We don't know yet. Jax thinks Clay did it. Killed the porno biz.
Why the hell would Clay try to kill Paul?
I don't know. He wants us focused on guns.
Jesus Christ.
That's why Jax is talking Nomad.
Nomad?
What the hell are we doing here? Well, Chicks, get out of here! What the hell's the matter with you? Chicks, wait!
Explain to me.
Explain what?
Why you, Mac bastards, are selling guns to the piece of shit that blew me up. Enough. Enough. How are you, Jackson?
Been better, Jimmy. Chips, come on. Let's get out of here.
You are not my VP anymore. Nomad.
Chibs is really not happy about Jax going Nomad, man. You can tell. Chibs definitely looks up to Jax, idolizes him, so the fact that Jax is going Nomad is just... Chibs doesn't like that one, but it's really, really going to complicate things between those two now if it goes ahead.
I'm sorry, I thought old ladies were privy. But if you don't help me, I will come after you. Is Tara a legal guardian? Because I would really hate to see that perfect boy end up in the system.
You're so full of shit.
I do want to thank you for confirming a suspicion of mine, though. Agent Cohn. ATF always assumed that he went AWOL, but I never believed that, so. We both know that he's more than missing.
He's wherever he's supposed to be.
Well, when I'm done burying the Irish, I'll just go digging into Charming. Maybe find me a shallow grave. And I always thought that you were too damn pretty to be a killer.
Wish I could say the same. Oh, shit.
Clay? Tig?
Bullets.
God damn.
I understand. Homemade. We hauled it from the Wahiwa land.
What?
Jax says he's joining the Nomad Charter. Needs to get away from Clay.
Jesus Christ.
Shit that's been going on around here, maybe it's a good solution.
No, it's not. Nomad is MC Purgatory. No family, no roots.
He seems convinced it's the best thing.
Yeah, well, he's so deep in his hate for Clay, he don't know what's best.
Yeah, but isn't that hatred a good reason to step away?
Look, you don't want Jax in a charter scattered across 4 states. On the road alone. The list of enemies we have. You want that phone call telling you where to pick up the body?
I mean, I get why she did. I mean, it didn't actually look like Jax was going to tell Gemma himself. So Tara thought that she would tell Gemma. But now Gemma knows. Gemma knows, and she just basically gave Tara the lecture that you don't want Jax being a nomad. For anyone that doesn't know, I think Gemma explained it pretty good, but I'll put my input in as well. For anyone that doesn't know, Nomad stands for basically no charter, really. Even though every Sun charter in this show is independent, they run them as their own. Nomad basically stands for no home. You're not assigned to a specific charter. You can attend church, meetings, votes at different charters. You help out if they need bodies at any time. That's basically what it means. As Gemma explained, you've got you've got no actual obligation to one specific charter. You help them all out, basically, that's what it means. But Gemma was spot on. It pretty much means no family, no path, no road. It's just, you're on the road alone. That's pretty much what it means.
Were you gonna tell me?
Of course I was gonna tell you. I just didn't want to say anything until things were certain.
Oh, if I know your father, there's more than one copy.
Yeah.
I loved your dad more than I've loved any man. Great lay. Smart. Big heart. And very complicated. Sound familiar? His complications killed him.
What do you mean?
I don't think your father's death was an accident. I think he hated his life and he let the road take it.
Edmund and Cameron wouldn't take a piss without your permission.
You see what happens when you give men some rope. Shit only works when I handle it myself. That's my lesson here. I want to sit down with Clay. Get us back together.
You expect me to recommend?
Our bond with his sons runs deep. Belfast Charter's been our right hand since '87. Not going to jeopardise that. But Carrie Ann, the thoughts that enter my brain, impure. Awful, I think. But then I recall, she's not my daughter, so what's the sin? Even if she does call me dad. Piss off. Piss off.
Real quick before we continue, this is Jimmy O, who, the one person, I think it was either last episode or a couple of episodes ago, with the Irish dude and that woman sleeping together, Zobel's daughter. She asked him who was Jimmy O, and he said he's no one you ever would want to meet. That's Jimmy O. Jimmy and Chibs have got a bit of a history. He banished Chibs from real IRA. He raised his daughter and stole his wife. So that's why Chibs wants him dead. You can tell every time they've done a scene together so far that Chibs... You can tell Chibs has got that death stare on Jimmy. He really hates him. He doesn't like him. Feeling sort of... not back from school, but real heated history right there. You can kind of feel it.
Tonto, speak up, will you?
My name is Ferdinand.
Hey, Ferdinand. We sell guns. You make bullets. Now, I could either help you or crush you.
It was unethical, dangerous, and a breach of insurance law.
He said he had severe head pain.
Come on, doctor. The biker's not that clever. He was coached by you.
I was taking care of a vulnerable patient
By breaking the law,
by doing my job.
you'll get an opportunity to explain yourself to the board. Until then, I've had your privileges suspended.
Her boss knows. Her boss knows that she coached Chibs. She's been suspended. Tara's been suspended from her work, under investigation. Pretty much that's what suspension means. She's under investigation about it all. She has the right to present herself to the board on why she did it. But she's been suspended for the meantime, so she's no longer doing hospital work at the moment. And she knows, she's been watching how close she's been getting to the club. And she obviously had a look at the records and stuff and realised there was nothing wrong with him. And he just got coached.
Respect.
Huh?
Get in here. Taste test.
Mushrooms. Like tripping mushrooms?
Need to know if they're any good.
Smell like shit.
They grow on shit.
Yeah. I know you love them.
Yeah, but we got the vote here.
I can proxy for you.
Really?
How's it going, Prospect?
Good. I can feel it. Wants to cure me.
It's cool and warm at the same time. It's corn. Corn.
Product quality tested by SOA.
Little white frat boys, they eat this shit up.
Free to transfer.
Look what no.
Get your hands up. Shit.
Edmund Hayes, Agent Junestall, ATF. Lovely to meet you, laddie.
The night of Bobby's party, I didn't get into an accident driving home. I was attacked.
Every time the snow drifts, the sand shifts, even when the night
There were three of them. When he spoke, I knew his voice. Tat on his throat. So Bell's right hand, Weston, stopped selling guns to color. Said if I didn't tell you, that he'd find me. Do it again.
every time the snow drifts, every way the sand shifts, even when the night
They raped me.
leaves, she's always there.
All three of them.
Jesus and
More than once.
another day longer flies right by and leaves a kiss of day, and always you stay.
It's the end of episode 10, season 2 of Sons of Anarchy. I don't want this to be too long because at the beginning of this video, it was quite long. It was about 8 minutes, 6 minutes of me talking, so I just want to cut this short. But so happy for Gemma that she finally told the club the truth. Having that courage and strong point to actually tell them what's happened. And then what happened to her car was a false story for the time being, until she built up her strength to tell them what happened to her. But I'm so glad that she actually told them all. Now that they actually know. And the fact that she's told them, it's actually unified the club. So they've come back stronger together. Jax is not happy, you can tell. The way he slammed on the table, walked off. He took his patches back. I don't know if anyone saw that. He took his patches back, so I think it means he's staying now. He's not actually going nomad. I guess we'll find out in the next episode. But this is what Gemma did, how strong she told them, and the way she told them, she explained it perfectly of what happened, so they got it. It was strong for her to tell them in the first place. Her acting then was spot on. Not a fault in her acting at all. And yeah, she told them and it unified the MC, it made them stronger. And there's definitely going to be some retaliation now. You can see the look on Clay's face and Jax's face expressions there. That is going to get really bloody. These last 3 episodes are going to be insane. It's going to get really bloody, and retaliation, as you would assume, is most likely going to hit. They ain't just going to let this go. As you would predict, if they didn't do any retaliation, it would be, what sort of storyline would that be a need for, really? So they're going to retaliate. It's pretty predictable that they're going to retaliate, and it's going to happen. But it's going to get pretty bloody and intense. wow. Like, to actually sit there. I don't think Jack's going to be a little bit too happy with Tara, because at that point he found out that Tara knew and that she didn't say anything to him. So I think he's a little bit pissed off that she didn't tell him. I think there is going to be some talks of, or scenes coming up where he's going to be like, you should have told me. You should have told me what happened to my mother. But I'm guessing Tara felt like it wasn't her place to say, and she kept a promise. So the consequences with Jax of dealing with not telling him, she was obviously willing to take the risk of that. So yeah, I actually know. It's going to be a hell of a blast. Other than that, I think I've covered everything. The MC is unified now. We saw a lot of funny scenes in that episode. That was probably one of the best episodes I've recorded and edited in a long time. Throughout all of that, most of this video has actually been me reacting to it. Funny enough. I re-looked, whilst me editing it, the actual clips of me recording the whole episode, and it was only about 12 minutes. 12 minutes of footage there. So I've hit my fair use counter right there, considering that was a 55 to an hour episode, and I cut that down to 10 to 12 minutes. I've nailed that episode perfectly, I think, and the fair use counter is hit. But I don't want to cut any more time, because it was a very, very long introduction to the video, and the beginning of the video, it was very long. So we are going to end it right about here, otherwise I am going to be going over the video's limit anyway. But I do appreciate you guys watching this, and we're nearly close to the end of the season, 3 episodes left. So we're just going to smash out the rest of the season and start a brand new season and get into it. But I do appreciate all your support, continuous support in this season. It has been amazing, and I thank you all, and I'll see you all in the next one.